What up, good people?
We're back!
Welcome back to Eat, Drink, Travel While Black. We're going to venture into our new video for this trip that we took my mom on for her 60th birthday party.
Happy birthday, Carol Kid. We love you very much once again.
And we're going to hit on some key points, some things we want to move forward on in our videos. We want to talk about the venue. We want to talk about the food. And most importantly, we want to talk about the service at these places.
Absolutely. Service is a major thing.
But first, hit that like, subscribe, and share button.
We need y'all to share these videos. All of them, please. Thank you.
We got more content on the way, but you can check and see some of our old previous videos. Just please check us out.
Like that one right there. Absolutely. Make sure you're also following us on Instagram as well as on Facebook and TikTok, because we're going to have some amazing giveaways. We're partnering with a lot of great companies. So please make sure that you are liking and subscribing.
And also, just to let you guys know, we do have great...
Get your merch. Get your merch.
So check us out. Eat, Drink, Travel While Black. To kick off this trip, we started out with Atlanta Hartsfield Airport.
Absolutely. Now, we're just going to tell the truth. We used Peachy Keen again.
Yeah, we did. And Peachy King actually was pretty good.
Amazing this time. Yeah. Amazing.
And it's hit or miss with Peachy King. Like, you know, sometimes you get some great people, and then sometimes dude be throwing your baggage like he worked for WWE.
But this coming and going, I will say Peachy Keen was absolutely amazing.
They were great this time.
And we flew directly out of Atlanta to Cancun, which I feel that flying direct flights or flying internationally off the top makes things different. So like the international terminal, I love. Every Delta representative was super nice. We had a little kerfunkle. You don't remember when your mom packs all her full-size toiletries in her carry-on, and I had to go take that back, and they were able to fix that up for me. So shout out to Delta. They were amazing. We do love us some Delta.
Yeah, we love Delta. I only like
Besides, I also love them Delta points.
Yeah, we don't like to fly. I like to fly Delta, so that's my favorite airline to fly.
Hey man, if there's another airline who would like to show us that they are better, then call your girl up.
Yeah, the airport was very accommodating. They did have the wheelchairs to help us get to the gate. Actually was very helpful on helping the parents get on the plane
Absolutely.
First. So it made it an easier process for us to get in.
You're talking seated. 6 people.
6 people.
3 seasoned adults, 1 little girl who's just, y'all know, Kenzie Bell Smith, and us. So it really made things easy. We also like to give people great tips. So one of my tips is, the reason why I love Delta is because I absolutely love their Sky Miles. If you are someone who's considering traveling and you're like, I need a new credit card, my first suggestion would definitely be a Sky Miles account. We've had other flight credit cards, and
they really don't compare to that.
They don't compare because they don't live up to what you're supposed to get. Every time you get ready to book something, oh, you can't do that. Yeah. Oh, this can't happen. So I definitely shout out to Delta and the Sky Miles
they have some
card.
Great perks
love the
when
perks.
You do get those cards.
Absolutely love the perks. So getting into Cancun was very simple, and even our transfer. The transfer came with the hotel. I did pay to book that directly through them, because once again, trying to keep it as simple as possible with that many people, and it was really great.
And they were accommodating as well. They did have the wheelchairs available for us to get the parents in and out. So shout out to them for that too. Yes.
So as we arrive in Delta, we then go to the Wyndham Alltra Cancun.
True.
After check-in, everyone went to our rooms because it was 3 separate rooms. Now, I will tell y'all, I very specifically asked this man, could you please not put our room right next to our parents' room? Because we grown.
Guess what they did?
Put us right next to mom and dad.
Absolutely.
On vacation.
On vacation.
But I'm going to let them live on that one. But I'm going to tell you right now, that was a problem that day.
It was. And they didn't have any more rooms to move us to. We did ask, which was very, unsettling a little bit because we specifically asked for that. So,
but other than that, the rooms were great. They were clean. I mean, great space. You could tell there was care and attention put into it. This was a little bit of an older hotel, but it didn't feel old.
Yeah, it didn't feel old. And then, of course, we all had great views from the balcony. It overlooked the pool and actually overlooked the ocean.
The ocean was beautiful. So, and, they had mom's room decorated Feliz Cumpleaños, and it was amazing. Had a towel cake as well as desserts when we arrived. And those are the additional touches that mean something when you're doing something like this. This was mom and dad's first time leaving the country. So we were very thankful that we were able to do that. And they have their own personal, how you're supposed to be when you're out of the country tour guide in Kenzie Bell Smith. Because she was going to tell everyone what they needed to do. And she also gave you her view of the trip. So we're going to call this the Kenzie Cam. So definitely check out the Kenzie Cam and her thoughts on the room.
Today we are inside Cancun, and I want to show you our room. This is the bed, which is very big. I think this is a king size bed. And this is my area. This is my bed. This is my bed. These are these little chairs. And my little bear is just hanging out playing with the lights. So I will go show you the bathroom. Oh, and this is also a little closet over here. And here's our bathroom. Here's our shower. That's pretty cool. We're going to have a great time. And let me show you. This is where the pool, the beach is. We're going to go down there in a minute. That will be so close. And I also like that the pool is literally right close to the beach. Hello. Okay, let's get back inside. Okay, I have to go now. We're about to go to the pool. Bye.
So on day one, well, we had just got there. It's pool time. Hands down, no matter when we leave, what's going on, we want to get to the pool. And of course, Kenzie does too.
When we go into the pool.
When we go into the pool. So we took her down. We enjoyed the water. It was amazing. Water felt nice and warm, and we got some time in before heading off to dinner. We let mom and dad and my mom kind of decompress, which is always good when you're traveling. Get that moment to breathe a little bit.
Give them their own time.
Yes.
Own time to do what they needed to do. And then, absolutely, it's an all-inclusive resort. So you can go down and eat whenever you feel like it. You don't have to wait for us. You don't have to call and say, hey, what time? You can go do whatever you want. It's all-inclusive.
That was one of the biggest things, I think, when traveling as a family, and especially when you're traveling with adults, like the older adults, having them say, like, hey, we wanted this to be all-inclusive because I don't want you to have to wait for me. Order room service. It's fine. Now, on this room service thing, this was an issue. Day one, we've had a good time at the pool. We went and ate food. Come to find out that the Wyndham, although they put on their website that room service is included in the price that you pay, what they don't put is that, but every time you order room service, we're going to charge you $10 every time you get it.
So after you watch that video, we kind of went downstairs immediately to have that conversation with the women.
It was an issue. Yeah. I'm not going to lie.
So we had to get them together real quick because it was not anywhere listed on the tickets that we bought or reservations, nowhere on the website. And even they went to go look for it and couldn't find it on their website. So immediately they rectified that. And that right there is one of the biggest points on service. Guess what? Everything's not always going to go perfect. But for us, it's about how they handle it when it's not good. Course correction. Right. Some people don't know what I mean. But it was good that they went ahead and took care of business. So no more issues with room service the whole time?
No, not at all. We did go down to the buffet for that first night. And a lot of people, especially with all-inclusives, it's either, the food, they're just like, I would definitely say the food the first night. I try not to judge food on the first night because I acknowledge I'm hungry.
Right.
Period.
You just got a flight.
I'm hungry. So whatever you put in front of me, my fat behind gonna eat. But the food was definitely good. Mom and dad and my mom made their way down to the buffet before we did. And we met them down there. and we ate very well. So we enjoyed it.
Yeah, and they had a great variety of foods that you can try. Of course, we're in Mexico, so it's gonna be similarly themed to that. But they did have some options here. I can tell you one thing that they had. What was it, that tortilla soup that they had?
Baby, that tortilla soup was everything. I don't know whose auntie, because it was somebody. There were definite things that had a general,
Mexican
feel to it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, I don't know, and somebody at the Wyndham, if y'all could reach out to us and let us know. I feel like there's some very specific regional recipes. Like that's not just somebody's, the corporate recipe. Somebody's abuela cooked that.
Yeah.
And so they've been using that recipe, and I'm here for it. Don't stop doing that, because that soup was everything. So we went to Ventana's for buffet, because when we came back to the room, Mom and Dad were gone, and my mom was gone, and they all were like, they were staying in the room. We found them down at the buffet. Buffet was good.
Buffet was really good.
They had this chicken soup that was like damn good.
Yes.
It was really, really good. Although I got a jalapeno in the back of my throat, lit everything up. But outside that, food was good. They had really great steak. They had this little salad situation. It was like a Mediterranean salad. It was really good.
And then, of course, everything that we had was actually really good the first night. I mean, we tried almost everything on the...
We tried everything.
Yeah, we tried everything.
If it's there, I'm going to eat it.
It's all inclusive. We're trying it.
That part.
So I give day one a pretty good overall value.
Today, day one was definitely great.
Now, this was a great overall day one. But when we booked this trip, we really didn't know what was going to be happening. And by the time we got ready to catch the flights, we knew what was coming.
It was coming, so let's just put it out there. We were in Mexico in the middle of a hurricane.
Right. We knew the hurricane was coming. We had continually checked the weather over the course of the weeks leading up to the trip, just to, make sure we are, properly packed for the, this trip. And we knew that the hurricane was going to be heading that way. And so,
while we were in the middle of the trip.
Yeah.
So I knew we weren't going to be flying in a hurricane, because that was not an option. My mom does not fly like that. His parents were going to fly like that, but we knew somewhere in the trip it might get a little, wet. But other than that, it was okay. So day two, it started to rain. It definitely started to rain, but we were able to still have a good time. We had drinks. We had a good time.
Actually, on day two, we got to go to the pool earlier.
We got to go to the pool earlier. We got our pool time in. Kinsey enjoyed it. She got a chance to go over to the kids club, which one of the things when doing a trip like that, and you have kids, you want to make sure that they have a great kids club. And she loved every bit of the kids club. So that was a stress reliever off of us, because if she's unhappy, she's gonna make us unhappy. But she enjoyed the kids club. She had a great time over there. And then we were able to have a really nice dinner that night, even though it was beginning to rain because of the hurricane.
So to start off the day, we did actually go down and have breakfast at, what was it called, Azul?
Yes, Azul. Really nice. It's one of the other buffets. The Antanas was one of the buffets, but Azul was a little bit further down, and the food was great.
The food was great. The breakfast was great. And, for me, if people don't know, I don't eat any kind of pork. And so they was very accommodating.
I do.
And making sure that none of my food had any pork, which is heavily important for me. So they definitely took care of us in that way.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we've had, some little kerfunkles when it comes to him and the pork situation. If you have not checked out some of our other videos, you will definitely see that. But there were no issues with Mr. Smith being accidentally fed pork. They were very, no, señora. No, señor. No, not for you. So we got a lot of those, which was great. And then we had time at the pool.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad came down too.
Yeah, actually that day too.
Mom got in the pool.
Before the rain hit, we were able to get down and get to the pool, get some pool time in, because we knew, like you said, the hurricane was coming. So we were trying to maximize the day before it actually, came. So. And
when it comes to service is really, really big. Like, no one can predict what Mother Nature's going to do. She's a mother. She's going to do what she's going to do. But as things started to progress and they realized, okay, this is really going to hit, they started taking some of the outside, on our deck, we had
2 chairs on the table. They came and got them.
The other thing that we said we don't get in.
What, jacuzzi?
Hammocks.
Hammock?
I get in the jacuzzi. The hammocks.
Jacuzzi, I didn't miss that.
Yeah, there were hammocks outside. They took the hammocks down. They brought that stuff in because they knew that the winds were picking up. And they did it very seamlessly. It was not an interruption to anybody's day.
So after all of the kids' events, we all went back to the room just to have some time before we actually went to dinner.
Decompress.
Yeah. You should do that when you have older people, don't you?
And kids.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yes. And we ended up heading over to...
At sunset.
Was the sun coming down? Was it at sunset when we made our reservation?
Yeah, so with that particular restaurant, it's at sunset because you're actually on this side of the hotel where you actually get the sunset. But because of the hurricane and the weather,
it was
raining.
Yeah.
It wasn't all that great, to be honest with you, view-wise, because we didn't get any view because of the rain. But the food was great.
And not even was the food just great. Like, they had someone who came around and Kinsey ended up with a balloon doggy. And so it's just things like that I think are really important when you're talking about family-friendly, all-inclusive resorts. Right. Because if your kid is acting up, you're not going to have a good time. So they really did. I really give them a lot of credit for it. They did a lot of things to make sure the kids were happy.
And our elders.
And the elders, yes. But definitely the kids were happy so that way everyone else could enjoy their food.
Yeah, absolutely. And
the food at Sunset was definitely good.
Yeah, it was that sampler thing there. Remember that they had?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I could have had the sampler like 3 or 4 times and just ate just that and been good.
That was really good. My steak was really great, so I don't think I had a bad steak the whole time I was there.
No.
So everything was good for me at Sunset. I definitely would recommend this place, and hopefully when you do go, that there's not any weather issues and you actually get to see that sunset.
Absolutely. Now on our second full day, it was hurricane day. You just couldn't. There was no 2 ways about it, baby. We woke up and I could hear that window whipping. It was real.
Yeah, it came in like a wrecking ball. It really did.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
So we went down for breakfast, and like I said, they made it very minimal at that particular point because it is a hurricane, so all the restaurants were not going to be open. So we went to Ventana's, of course, and we all had breakfast down there. And when you walk by the open windows, this is what you saw. It's a hurricane.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I don't even have the desire to go out there. Now, I have swam in the rain, which can be fun, but swimming in a hurricane says no.
Yeah. And see, things are a little bit different for us, me and my family, my mom and my dad. We all lived in Florida, so we get hurricanes quite often. So it's not really anything that's, we've had a couple of
I'm from California,
small ones, couple of big ones, but it's just part of the course of living in Florida. But this one was a lot of wind, a lot of rain.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
We knew we was going to be inside this particular day, and we knew it was going to be a little bit tougher with the young one.
We had a little bit of a meltdown at breakfast, but it was an opportunity for teaching.
Right.
And the opportunity says that you can sit up. I told her, I said, you can be upset, but baby, if I'm going to be trapped anywhere, I'm glad I'm trapped with you and Daddy and Mimi and Gidi and Papa, and we're going to have a good time. And that helped. It was an instant switch over. She was like, you know what? Yes. At least we're all together. And it helped the atmosphere. I will 100% say, I would go back to the Wyndham Alltra simply because of the kids club.
Yeah.
They did a great job keeping these kids entertained on the day that it was a full-blown hurricane because their actual kids club was outside. So you would have to walk outside to get to it. So they had to take all of those amenities and bring it inside. And they did a great job with that.
They really did. And I also want to thank the makers of Nintendo Switch, because that did help us a lot too.
Baby, because it did. Because she had her Nintendo Switch, and that took a couple of hours off of her thinking about anything.
Absolutely. So with day 3, we knew it was going to be a day of down. So we all hunkered in our rooms. But we did make sure we go hit these restaurants and get this food where they were open. So
absolutely. But here is our PSA for anyone who has never traveled during a hurricane.
As a quick reminder, if you have never been to Mexico during a hurricane and they stop serving you liquor, don't get mad at Juan. Don't get mad at Marissa. It's not their fault. It's Georgia. No, I'm sorry, Georgia. It's Mexico. I blame everything on Georgia. It's Mexico's government that says bars, restaurants, resorts cannot serve liquor during a state of emergency, which makes sense because I wouldn't want to work hospitality trying to corral people during an emergency and they're drunk. Nobody wants that.
So once again, if you are anywhere in Mexico during hurricane season and they stop serving you liquor, don't be an ass. Don't be out here.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of felt some kind of way earlier, but when they explained it to me,
I was fine. I was like, you know what? I understand it. I'm gonna shut up. I ain't happy about it, but I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, we understood. But
we understood it.
Reality is about 1 o'clock that day.
Baby, it was back to pouring.
It's back open. So
now, one of the things that a lot of people may not like about all-inclusive resort is the quality of the liquor. And a lot of venues, they do have other liquors. You have to ask for it.
Have to ask.
If you're sitting around just saying, oh, just give me whatever. No.
You're going to get bottom shelf.
No. Give me what I want.
Yeah. You want lighter fluid? Then you just say, oh, I want a margarita. You can get lighter fluid.
Absolutely. So one of the things I was very specific about when I went to have my drinks, because at this age, honey, my stomach can't handle everything.
Yeah. I think you drank a lot of Terramana on this
I
trip.
did. Shout out to The Rock. I mean, if you want to send your girl a couple of bottles, we can do something with that.
Terramana. It was actually really good with every drink that we did.
All of the drinks were really good, especially when you order a skinny margarita. I don't even know what the word is, that nasty simple syrup that makes it super sweet. I watched them make these drinks. So they did a really, really good job with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, after we left, we have this thing that we do in between, especially on this particular trip because of the hurricane. We all went back to our rooms to do what? Decompress. We've said it a couple of times in this video already.
I ain't gonna lie, I did some work. I did. Because in my mind, I was going to work. At some point, I did get a couple of things done. 2
emails she sent. But what happened after that,
McStuffins.
We went back downstairs because we had reservations for Cafe de Rosa. Now, we had a specific time because we knew it was all 6 of us. And even though it was Hurricane Day, they were still accommodating for our time.
Very accommodating, yes.
While we were waiting for that time period to begin for our reservation, I took her over to the Just Dance that they was having for the kids just to keep them entertained during Hurricane Day. So
they're not crazy. They said we need to do something to burn this energy off.
Right, and it was really cool. She got to hang out with her favorite person on the trip.
Once again, all-inclusive resorts where you are children friendly. The people who are in charge of the children's area, they have to be a certain type of people. And Miss Andrea, Wyndham Alltra, I hope you are seeing this. Andrea was amazing. Now,
super amazing.
My baby just loved her.
Gravitated towards it every time she saw her.
Every time. That's my new best friend. I mean, she's 8 and she gets a best friend every 13 days. But they were really great. Everyone who was a part of it, they really made sure the kids had a good time.
Absolutely. And after that, she got to dance around for a little bit, but we knew that reservation was hitting. So went over to Cafe de Rosa.
We ate well and we went to sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, a little bit of thing about Cafe de Rosa, it was great service. The restaurant was set up like kind of old style.
Yes. Old style Mexican cantina.
Yeah, cantina style. So the food came out, and I can tell you this now. Listen, there's a couple of things when I go on vacations. If it's really good, I'm gonna hit it again. So just to let you know.
When
that
he likes
burrito,
it, he hits it twice.
The burrito they have in Cafe de Rosa. Man, listen, I don't know if the cart lady came in and started working for Cafe de Rosa, but bruh,
the food was amazing. All of that.
All right.
And if you've watched any of our videos and seen anything that you've done, this was also our year of Disney World. So for them to have an entire Disney production on this little bitty stage because they could not do it outside, they did a great job. And anybody who can sing, be our guest to let it go, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. She was super engaged into that. She's a Disney kid, so
she got it honest.
She really loved the show. And then, of course, she got the opportunity to connect with her best friend, Miss Andrea, again.
That part. Our kid makes friends everywhere she goes.
Everywhere. So what we have come to learn is our kid will make friends, and we will have dinner reservations with that friend's family later on that night.
Like, when are we going to go to South Dakota to see them? Baby.
Happens every trip.
Every trip. So.
After we ate, after that show, everybody went back to their rooms to kind of get ready for the next day. We knew it was still Hurricane Day, so We all went back to our rooms. Now, me and the missus, we did go back downstairs and get a couple of drinks before.
Yeah, because the bar was back open. I had to get my quota.
So we did do that, which was very good. We went back down there and had a couple.
Now, what I will say is one day a hurricane did not ruin our trip, because all you have to do is this. What you call the day after the storm, ladies and gentlemen. Back out of the pool. Not be swayed to the left or to the right. Trust and believe that even in the storm action, there is the day after the storm. That very next day, we spent the whole day at the pool. Not just us. Mom and Dad came down at the pool. My mom was at the pool. And baby, we had pool aerobics. Pool food. So the cart that was inside the day before, made its way outside, and we just enjoyed the food. Now, I will say this, if I had to give a critique or anything, the outside bar, I did not like as much as the inside bar.
The drinks is great.
Yeah, I had a couple of issues with a couple of my cocktails. It was like, this don't taste right. So I don't know.
It was a bartender. I'm going to blame it on the bartender.
I'm going to blame it on the bartender. Yeah, not the hotel. Because it just wasn't hitting as much. I had to keep switching it up to try to find that right combination. But other than that, we enjoyed the water. We enjoyed the pool the whole day. So it was a lot of swimming. Mom and Dad enjoyed themselves. They came out, they went back, they came back. Mom was out here getting her whole aerobics on. We really enjoyed that day.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day, and it didn't even feel like it was a hurricane the day before. The way they got that hotel turned around, got it cleaned up.
That was God. God said, don't worry about no hurricane. After the storm, baby, after the storm, it was amazing. Well, I will say this, when traveling with a hurricane, we did not know what was going to happen. I mean, we didn't know whether or not Delta was going to be like, y'all got to stay there. So we were having the discussion. There were people who were supposed to fly out on that Wednesday, and the resort was very accommodating. They did a special price if you were stuck and you could not get out on that Wednesday. We potentially thought that was going to happen. So I will say, at least on the personal side, I had one thing I wanted to get was a massage, but we were like, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's chill out and wait. And our last night there, we were able to get home on that Friday. So on our last night, we went to the Italian restaurant, which was really, really good.
Really, really good. The food was really good. Presentation was A1. And of course, it was a beautiful thing just to celebrate my mom on her 60th birthday.
Yes.
So they came out, brought the cake out, and
So all in all, when it comes to doing a big family vacation where you have seniors as well as little kids, I would definitely say that the Wyndham Alltra it made it work. It made it do what it do.
It does. Even though there was some hiccups early on with it, we were able to get those issues ironed out.
Nothing that made me go scorched earth. And if you know me personally, I will go there.
Yeah, we didn't have to take it there for this particular trip.
No, not at all.
So if we're going to talk about certain things, I definitely want to give my rating on the food.
What's that?
On the food, I would give it 4 out of 5.
Okay, I definitely understand that. Now for me, as far as the drinks were concerned, I would say I'm going to give it a strong 3.5. Not fully a 4. Because of course, I mean, even though I understand why they don't serve the liquor during, emergencies, there could have been something that they could have did. I mean,
I understood. I think that just the outside bar wasn't.
The outside bar was, I think that's what brought everything down just a scotch, was the outside bar. It would have been definitely very nice at some of the other restaurants. Like they still did well with bringing drinks in. And there was a difference in the restaurants as far as like the Italian restaurant, what their wine list looked like.
Right.
So there was that difference, and that made it special. But, there were certain little parts that I think they could have improved on.
And as far as the hotel is concerned, It is a little bit of an older hotel, but
Yes.
they kind of do make up with it for certain amenities and certain services that they do provide. I can't not say anything negative about the kids club.
No.
At all. They got top marks from me.
Absolutely. So if you are considering taking your kids there, you're doing a family trip, beyond it having a great kids pool where they could go and enjoy themselves. Kinsey ended up going to the pajama party. She enjoyed that. So the things that they had for the kids that were, it made it easy as a parent for them to do that. So I give that top marks all the way. And Miss Andrea, you were amazing.
Yes. Salute to you, Miss Andrea. You are definitely, if I had a hotel, I would hire you.
Absolutely.
Overall, I would say for this particular hotel, I would definitely give it a 4 out of 5. Like I said, it is a little bit of an older hotel, so you do see some minor things here and there throughout the course of you walking around the hotel. Some things are mostly just cosmetic. And
Yeah, but even with that, it was still great. You know, we all almost did get stuck in the elevator though.
Yeah, that was during the hurricane time. So
That was a hurricane time. Like you really can't.
part
The
of it.
hurricane day, you really can't judge anything because Mother Nature was Mother Nature.
Exactly. So overall, the Wyndham Alltra Cancun, I definitely would come back and stay with you guys. Definitely,
Absolutely.
it was a great overall trip. Thank you guys for being so accommodating to us and my family, especially for my mom's 60th birthday. So salute to you guys for being great.
Yeah, so if you are looking to take a large family or family with mixed ages, definitely, and you want to do Cancun, definitely consider the Wyndham Alltra Hotel. It was a great time. We had us a great time, and it was affordable. It did not break our pockets. Now, you know, we had to pray about things, cover things in the name of Jesus, but it did not break our pockets.
Absolutely. So for more tips and tricks on that, definitely continue to watch our videos.
Yes, we are going to show you every way that we save a coin so we can spend a coin later. But finding the great hotels, great pricing, definitely make sure you like and subscribe to us. We got some great things coming for you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, happy 60th birthday to Carol Kid. We love you, Mom. Mwah. We love you very much.
All right. See you guys on the next video.